How we doing today, guys? It is January 21st, 2024. It is 12:33 p.m. It is the professional trader here back with another video. It's Sunday, so today's video is just going to be me giving my personal outlook on the week for the Forex markets, taking a look at how I see things and taking a look at how I plan on proceeding if certain things do line up. Yeah, I'll also be updating my FTMO account for anybody who is on that update with me. So no need to talk too much. Let's just go ahead and get started. I guess I'll do my FTMO first. Excuse me. For anybody who is following me on that journey, I am on phase two of my $10,000 account. Currently I am up 1%, still have about 4% to go. I held the trade over the weekend. I'm a little bit down on it right now. So, with equity, I am up only 69 bucks, but if that trade does go my way or I break even, right, I'll be up 1%. So um it's been it's been going right. I haven't been losing, but I really haven't been winning. The profits haven't been the greatest, but the losses have been small too. So that's really what's more important. Just really waiting on that breakout trade that'll take me up, 2-3%. It'll happen, but just need to be patient. As far as the fundamentals go for this week, I've already set it from, till today till Friday. So, starting Monday, we have, right, Bank of Japan, right? We have monetary policy statement, policy rate, policy outlook report, CPI of the year, and a press conference, right? So, pretty important for things like USDJPY, GBPUSD, CAD JPY, blah blah blah. Uh, NZD, we have CPI on Tuesday. On Wednesday, there's a lot of Euro news, some GBP news, some CAD news, and some USD news, right? So we should see a lot of volatility, in the market, starting Wednesday, even maybe before Thursday, right? We have some USD news, some Euro news as well. And then Friday, we have core PCE index, right? So pretty heavy on the fundamental side, like, for every country, to be honest, starting from Wednesday. So, should be a pretty volatile week and, should be a pretty heavy fundamental week. So, that's the fundamentals. Let's take a look at some markets. I'll take a look at the DXY just because I always like to take a look at the DXY before I start taking a look at Forex pairs. So, for the last 3 weeks now, we saw that we hit a support level here on the DXY and we had a big impulse move, right, 3 weeks ago. And then 2 weeks ago, right, we kind of had no volume. And then last week, right, we saw that we had another pretty bullish, ended the week on a pretty bullish note, right? So, if the DXY bullish, it's one of those things that's a little bit hard to say, right? Because from a fundamental standpoint, last week, numbers were pretty better than expected, pushing the DXY up, right? But the long term, fundamentals standpoint, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's still right that rates are going to be cut, and they're trying to cut rates to whatever percent it is, whatever number it is, right? But clearly that's not happening at the moment. So I don't think that means it isn't going to happen. In my opinion, I feel like it's just a matter of when. So there's a lot of fundamentals coming out this week. So so who knows, right, how things look. But in my opinion, the path to least resistance for the DXY is still to the downside. Just because if I hop on the daily chart now, right? Yes, we've been bullish for, since last year, basically the end of last year, right? So now. And we can say we made a higher high, here. You could put it right here, right? Or you could put it like right here on top of this week. Yes, we could say we made a higher high right here, but you can also say, right, this is just a higher low, right? And this is just a higher low before, price continues to fall, right? Who knows? I personally don't know. But, I am aware that, this week we could see a reversal in the markets, right? And we could start to see this trend lower. And for me, there's two things, I just want to see on the DXY. I want to see if we're going to be able to create another high. And if we're able to break out of this high, it's not the biggest room, right? But we still have room from this breakout here to this right here, right? But then, we hit this resistance level right here, and then we hit another resistance level right here. So that's why I say the path to least resistance is still, to the downside, because if we do start to fall below and we break below the structure right here, I feel like, there's a lot more room, right? This path right here to back to the support level versus having to break this resistance level and then this resistance level, right? Just a lot less resistance to the downside. But that doesn't mean that, that's what's going to happen. But, like I said, if we start to see these breakouts, right, we break this, and then, we break this resistance level right here, then the path to least resistance looks a lot more clear, right, for the bulls. So, from a buyer perspective, would really want to see this 104.56 level get cleared out, right, before you really went long-term bullish on it. But we'll just have to see what happens with the price action, this week. I want to share a trade that I took. I took USD last week. If anybody just watching remembers my video from last week, I took it on the breakout of this candle right here, right? Price broke out. I entered somewhere right here with a stop loss, right? Just right below these lows. It was pretty profitable for a while. And then, we see that we just couldn't get that momentum to continue, right? And I closed out my trade, somewhere around here. So really didn't close it out for much, almost a break even. Probably closed it out for, no more than like $10, $15. And so that was one trade that I took last week, that went my way, but ended up kind of going against me. I'm not ready to go bearish on it just yet, just because, right, we see that we've kind of been still making these higher highs, and we did break out higher, and we're kind of right back to this, potential what was like once resistance, right? The level is not like super clear, it's not the most clearest, and that's why I kind of drew it this way. But we could still see a bounce, happen here. And if we take our fib tool, let me delete this from this low right here, to this high, right? We have this 236 level that got broken, but we have this 382 level that price could potentially, find some type of bounce of and continue to push up, right? So, I'm not ready to buy just yet, but I'm also not ready to sell it just yet. So that's why I'm being a little bit cautious. Right, but there's that level, right? But for me to look the other way on USD CAD, I would have to be out of the market for a while, right? And I would personally have to, see this level get broken right here, right? And once I see if it does happen, right? If that level does get broken, then if we can get any kind of retest, right, I'll be looking for the trade, in this area right here. So that's what it'll take for me to look for sales, and what it'll take for me to look for some buys. I'll just need to start to see some, green candles start to form, like I said, in that potential 382 area. But is that gonna happen? Let me go ahead and bring back that fib tool, right? Is this gonna get held right here? Who knows? And if it doesn't, right, then from this 382 to this 50% level, 50% level, you have options, but not really the way I take trades. So that's why, if these fib levels do get broken, I personally won't be looking for sales, just because there's still have a lot of like support levels right here that need to get broken right before the trend just looks a lot more clear. So that's how I feel about USD CAD. Another trade that I took last week was AUD USD. Kind of like the same thing with let me show it on the 1 hour. It'll actually be better. I took it on the 4 hour, but it looks just a little bit cleaner on the 1 hour. Right. So we had a break, of the support level right here. Right. I took the trade a little bit early, right? We had the break. I took the trade right here off the breakout. We had a nice retest of that breakout level right here. I didn't close out of it. That would have been a nice potential another entry, but I didn't take the entry, right? But I didn't close out of my trade, and we saw that price, right? It looked like it wanted to close above here, but it didn't, right? Faked out and even closed bearish, right? So good sign that this chart was ready to continue to the downside, right? And we saw that that's what happened. That was probably my best trade of the week. That was AUD USD. I closed out somewhere around here, right? So I feel like I caught it perfectly at the bottom. And right, we see that it's bouncing off of these support levels right here, right? So um not ready to go bullish on it just yet, even though it is making these impulsive highs. Um sorry, I didn't mean to do that, right? For me, to go bullish on it would really just first would want to see this level right here get broken, right? And if we break above this one support level right here and we get any type of retest, then I feel like the path, to these resistance levels up here, look presentable. But not really looking to buy just yet, and not really looking to sell it just yet because we could easily, come up to this level and start to reject it again or whatever. So that's why I said I'm not really ready to buy it just yet, and I'm not really ready to sell it just yet. Um, that's AUD USD. I forgot what lot size I entered, but pretty nice trade. 43 pips of risk to reward, or risk 43 pips. Took a profit for 93 pips, right? Not the most volatile pair, but pretty decent. GBPUSD, um, you know, was waiting for two options, was waiting for the breakout of here, or was waiting for the rejection of this level right here. The rejection happened. It just kind of happened a little bit too fast for me, right? We came to this level right here. Looked like we wanted to potentially break out of it just because of how impulsively it closed at this level right here. But we see that the following candle closed very bullish, right? Tried to see if we could tried to go bearish again, right? We had another impulse candle to the downside, but right, followed right back by bullish momentum, right? And then more bullish momentum. Tried to go bearish again. Every time it tried to go bearish with big impulse candles to the downside, right? The buyers would just step right back in. So I wasn't able to catch it from these lows right here. But for GBP USD, this week I'll be looking to see if we can create another high. And if we can create another high, and, any kind of retest, I'll be looking to try to go long to these resistance levels right here, right? That's the play I'm looking for on GBP USD. And if none of those happen, and let's say we start to reject these levels again, right? I personally wouldn't be looking for sales until like a break. You know, the most obvious level would be another break of this level right here, or a break below these lows again, right? Wouldn't be the worst trade, right? And trying to sell it to this level right here. So it's gonna have to be patient on GBP USD. The markets I feel like, are in a slight iffy place right now. And they aren't too clear like how they were clear last week and the week before. Just because, it's the DXY is not clear at the moment, so it makes sense why, even though a lot of these pairs were kind of trending, they've kind of just immediately flipped the other way. Euro USD is a trade that I took last week that I'm still in, which is kind of why I'm in drawdown right now. Um, I took two trades. I took a breakout trade somewhere right here. I know I was in profit for a little bit, but I ended up closing this trade for a small profit just because I said I was going to look for a better opportunity if the market did retrace, right? And we do have that retracement. And I entered somewhere like in this area right here. I think on this red candle right here, right? Was never really in profit, but right as the markets closed, it kind of gained that bullish momentum. So I'm not ready to close it just yet, but we see that this broken support level, it broke, right? Didn't hold, right? It wicked a little bit here. We had some wicks in this area looking like it may have held, but right, we saw this area get broken. So for me, right, the next area I'm looking to see if price can hold is this broken support level right here, right? We came up here once, rejected it. So, I want to see if price comes up here this week and rejects it again, right? And we're just gonna have to see. But if it doesn't, then I'll just be wrong on my trade. And then I'll be looking to swing the momentum, the other way because it'll be two broken support levels we would have broken, right? We broke above this one, and now we're breaking above this one. So, and we've been printing these kind of impulse candles over here too, and we double bottomed here, right? came down here, tried to close below here, couldn't, broke back up, tried to close below here again and couldn't again. Doesn't mean that it's, automatically bullish, but it's being followed by these big impulse candles to the upside. So if we break above this support level right here, I have my stop loss just slightly above it. If we do, then I'll be looking to try to potentially buy it to these next resistance levels up here. EURJPY. These are one of the trades that I talked about last week. Just completely missed it, right? Wanted to see the market come down just a little bit more, right? But that never happened. The markets opened up very, very bullish, had a nice retest, and right, we continued to go. Right. Good setup. I just missed it. So it is what it is. I'm not really gonna be watching EURJPY this week or GBPJPY. Gonna just kind of be focusing on more USD related pairs this week. Maybe I'll revisit yen pairs maybe sometime during the week or maybe next week. But really just gonna put my focus on USD related pairs this week. Euro AUD is a potential opportunity, but I don't know if I'll be looking for it this week, right? We broke above this resistance level right here, and we didn't retest it perfectly, right? We kind of closed below it as well, but doesn't mean that it's automatically bearish again, automatically bearish already. So, for me, I just want to see if we can start to print some green candles in this area again. And if we can, then, a potential buy looks good. But, at the moment, there's really no signs that, buyers want to continue to buy this market. And, if we take our fib from swing low to swing high, we have this 382 level right here, right? And we also have this 50% level right here. So there are some levels that, price could still come down to, right? We could see a buy here, or, we could see that buy here, right? So your AUD may just not be ready to continue to the upside like how it's been doing. So, I'll be watching, but it's not really where my focus will be. But that's kind of my outlook for the week. I don't really have any setups personally right now, just because things kind of look ugly and not the cleanest. But, I'll be watching the charts for sure. I need to do better in making at least 2, 3 videos a week. For like the last month, I've only been making a video like once a week, but nobody's watching anyways. But yeah, to people who do watch these, to the people who do like, comment, and subscribe, I appreciate you guys. Let's have a good trading week. Let's not blow our accounts. If anybody's doing an FTMO or any kind of prop firm, let's either get funded this week or take a step closer to getting funded. So appreciate you guys. We have a lot of fundamentals this week. I'll try to be better in making my videos. So see you guys soon.